And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze on The Metal Experience.
All right, that was Eddie and the Arsons with the song "Go Away." Be sure to watch the band's Go Away. Be sure to watch the band's music video on the YouTubes now. And that was also the second track was Tanzan's "Bottle Kids," and they have the song up on YouTube. But Morgan tells me it will be available on all streaming platforms on the 19th of this month. But both those songs are bangers. That Tanzan song I listened to on repeat all day.
And we saw them play it on Saturday.
But fuck yeah, we did.
Contra's last show at Beat Kitchen.
Well, anyway, we did. That's true. I am Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle. We're rocking out here with the boys. The boys from Architects of Ruin. For the
What's up, boy?
For the first time ever.
Your band's being interviewed.
The boys are on.
The boys are back.
The boys are black. Why don't you guys... What? Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and what you do in the band?
Hey, what's up? I'm Jason. I play drums. I play with Jason, but I also play drums.
Yo, when I play with Jason, I'm Rapey Ryan, and I play bass.
With 2 White Claws.
Got 2 White Claws in my hand, and I'm ready for a man.
I'm smashing.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ, you guys are already drunk. I'm Travis. I play the extended range banjo in the band.
Extended range banjo. Nice, dude.
Yep. Makes
And
less
fucking-
sense than we did.
Fuck yeah. it
Well, I'm
does.
just gonna let this record, and you guys can have your own band talk conversation.
Brandon-
and, I'll let you know when we're gonna play a song.
Hold on.
I'm checking
Brandon
out.
is missing tonight. He is also the other extended banjo player.
He's one hell of a finger picker.
He finger picks.
Extended little extendo on him, don't he, boy?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I-
especially that pinky.
I've been told he will show up a little bit later.
He should be here around right around I think a niner. I
A
think
niner.
yeah.
Okay. And then my name is Luco, and I do the yelly yells.
You should have said yodel.
I yodel hard. Well, thanks for coming on a school night, boys. You're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh yeah.
Teachers.
You're welcome. You too, Luco.
Luco already got in the mood of just he's gonna interview himself,
himself.
now. I saw that.
Myself.
I get that. Okay.
Uh,
about yourself, baby.
So, well, give me an idea.
Ryan, you need to talk into the microphone.
I joined the band.
I know you're used to your instrument, but now you gotta use a microphone.
He's
I
used to
don't
doesn't
get what
use
you
one.
mean by my instrument,
You're
Morgan,
doing
and I
great.
don't appreciate
You don't
it.
need to do the
No,
head
no, no,
bob,
no, no,
but
no.
you're
Did-
great.
no, no, no,
Did
no.
you assume his gender?
You don't.
Did
you don't
assume
assume
his instrument gender?
anything I do, Morgan.
I
You don't
thought
know me.
he was a
You don't
bass
owe me.
player.
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
no,
I am
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no, no, not just a bass player.
Now he stutters.
Perfect.
I'm a spiritual leader in this fucking band. I don't even fucking know how to play bass. Honestly,
he just
I
said, "Big
thumb my way through the shit.
thumbs his way through it."
I don't even know why this fucking guys let me in.
This sounds like a great starting point. Ryan, tell us how you joined the band.
Well,
and
I was laying
okay.
behind a dumpster with 3 hits of acid in my stomach, and I was losing my mind, and I heard some good tunes in the background, and I said, why not to join this band? I used to play a little harp in my high school days, so I walked in, and I asked them, I said, can I play? I'll blast you. I swear to God, I'll ask you. And they said, it's fine. We don't care. No one plays fucking bass anymore anyways. No one gives a shit about that instrument. It's whack. No one hears it in metal. No one gives a fuck about it in metal. And I said, well, whatever you said, that's fine. But I just want to play with you guys. I need a friend or 2 or 3. And I found my boys. Thank you, God.
Does anybody else, after hearing him talk, feel like they need to see a psychiatrist to
No, I
make
feel
sure
totally
that
fine.
you don't feel
I-
like you're going
like he's
crazy?
drinking.
Honestly, think I need a cigarette after that.
Oh my
feel-
God!
Man, I don't even smoke. But
I
Jesus
feel
Christ.
totally fine.
You know, one of the reasons we picked you, Ryan, is because you're the only bassist within 30 miles that doesn't use a pick.
Thank you, God.
You're welcome.
And then, who knows the background of how this band originally got formed and did?
I can kind of elaborate on that. So Architects of Ruin was incepted, if that's a word, I don't know.
Sure.
Inception
the
is, so why
inception
wouldn't
of
Incepted
Architects
be?
of Ruin.
Within a dream
Sure.
of a dream
Why
of a
not?
dream.
It's like 2 years ago, I think, that the band was actually started, and it's completely different now than it was been, or than it has been.
Has been.
Words are hard. Words are really hard tonight.
No, damn.
So it was a few different guys, and I actually none of those guys I think that actually started this band are in that band anymore. So this is Architects of Ruin 2, essentially.
Brandon wasn't Brandon.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
Brandon's
maybe
the
he
starter,
was.
the god.
That's right,
guy.
he was.
He's-
That's right.
He's the Thanos of the band.
The starter
right.
guy.
We are his 5 stupid fucking rings.
Well, you're
Four.
four, unless he
four,
holds
but, yeah.
one.
He is the
Morgan, I
one.
never said I was good at math.
He's not good at Morgan. He's not good at math. Leave him alone.
Neither am I, but I could count to 5.
Morgan, he's not good at math.
Morgan.
Maybe he can't. Leave him alone. Jeez. Anyway,
I remember, like, when I was in the old version of this band, we practiced at a space at the Music Garage in Chicago. And a few different guys were in it, and we had, like, the same songs that you heard on the EP. But those songs have all been renovated, and they're all different now. And we're happy with how things turned out. And I mean, I'm the only person that would really have any connection to the guys that were in this band, except for one of those guys. But there's no animosity. There's no like any kind of hard feelings about any of it, and we're just up here having fun. Everybody else that was in Architects of Ruin is doing their own thing, and they're having a good time. So no one's got hard feelings. No one's complaining. We're just doing our own thing.
So what he's trying to say is there's going to be a fight in the alleyway behind Fitz's
In the
spare keys.
dumpster. We're doing dumpster fights, boys.
Dumpster fight.
And so, Travis, when did you join?
It would have
Architects
been January of 2018.
Okay.
Yes.
Ryan, when did you join Architects?
1932. It was a fall night. I was really scared. It was a windy night, very rainy, and yes, 1932 February.
Perfect. And Jason, give me the details.
Yeah, me and Brandon have been playing this shit for like maybe like 3 or 4 years. 3 of the tunes at least.
Okay.
But he had a move or whatever and shit like that, and then we haven't played for like a year or so. Like we didn't play nothing, and then I seen him pop up with the band, which is the band that Travis is talking about, like the dudes or whatever before we all came in.
Version 1.
Yeah, but me and Brandon have been doing this shit for a long time. So when he popped up with the band, I was like, "What the fuck?" But but everyone like lived closer and shit like that. Or I don't know about the drummer. I don't think he was anywhere around.
I think he lives in like Bulgaria.
Yeah, like even like overseas. Yeah. So I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like he moved an extra 20 minutes. Whatever happened.
You know, I didn't know.
But yeah, we've been playing
Jay,
these tunes.
I had no idea that you knew of these songs before you were actually in.
Yeah, that's why they're
Architects
all
Ruin.
different.
Back.
And shit.
Learning
Like,
a lot of things tonight about you
That's
guys.
why
man.
we came in like kind of the first 3 tunes.
I was wondering how
killing
you got
it.
so good after you joined the band for like a week and you're just like ripping this shit in the garage. I'm like, what the fuck? This dude's a machine. Like,
How do
holy
you know
shit.
all these songs
Yeah.
already so well?
Yeah, for the most part,
I
I knew
played
him and
these
remembered
for like
him.
a
I
year
remember
ago.
hearing about him because me and Brandon were in Mass Mutilation. And
Yeah.
back in the day, we had a band, Mass Mutilation, in like 2010, and that broke up. And then he was like, "I'm jamming with this dude in the city, man. He's got like this weird fucking apartment in a plaza with a bunch of lawyers, like, but you could play till like 5 in the morning." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking?" He kept telling me, he's like, "Come on, man, come play out." And I never then I finally came out and I was like, holy shit. I fell in love with Jason, first sight. No
It
woman in
was
my
love
life.
at first sight.
No woman in my life has struck me like that. And it's nothing sexual yet.
We're a
but
power rhythm
it's
section.
coming.
Power rhythm section.
It's coming. And that's a CUMIN, okay?
Oh.
Cumin?
It's
Cumin.
cumin. It's
Cumin.
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 That's a
It's a beauty.
spice.
Well, I know what the
He's getting spicy with you, Jason.
So then,
Right?
Jason, when did you then rejoin the band, essentially?
I think when everyone else kind of just drifted away or whatever, I'm not sure.
well, I
'cause-
mean, like a month, a year. Like, what? Tell me the details, brah.
Well,
Drifted away means
when I
drugs.
first saw the band pop up again, like Brandon making music and shit that were the same tunes, like that was like 2 years later because we played this shit a long time ago. And then once I seen the band like reemerge or whatever, a band emerge, probably like 8 or 10 months before he hit me up. And I was thinking how we met in the first place, but I don't know.
How did you meet in the first place?
Brandon, me and him, I have no idea. Probably, I think just something on Facebook. Probably like the local Chicago, metal musician, whatever. But I think that's it. And he just came in one time, and I knew the tunes, and then we just fucking played them, and should have kept it going. But like I said, he moved, and shit happens.
Well, the little backstory of how I joined the band is Brandon sent me this stuff. It was like May of 2017 or something.
How did you meet Brandon?
I don't even know. Like online somehow. Like he was just like, "Hey, I heard your
Bathroom stall.
bathroom stall." He was like, "Hey, I heard your vocalist. I'm looking for a vocalist. I could send you some tunes and let me know if you'd be interested, or something along those lines." I don't know because I never actually
Did
met
I
him.
message you first about this?
Well,
I'm
this
so
Yeah,
is,
maybe
confused,
now a
'cause I'm
lot of
trying
it's
to-
coming back
I'm-
because I bitched at him forever to bring you.
Well, this was like May of 2017. He sent me the tracks, like the original tracks, which I think have like your drum style on them. I probably still have. I still have the email that have them on there, like the original 2 tracks. And I remember listening to them, like, holy shit, these guys are fucking good, And then just fucking life happens, and then you just like didn't have time for fucking shit. And then yeah, it just kind of disappeared. And then, you know, the band I was in was kind of slowing down, and you guys were just starting to make a buzz again. And I hit up Travis because I found out Travis was in this band. I was like, whoa, brah. If you guys need a vocalist ever, fucking listen. I know because I do the radio show too. I don't want it to be weird like, hey, he does the radio show, so if we don't let him in the band, he's going to fucking talk shit about us or something. I was like, listen.
Oh, it was so like
he did say that.
It was so
he said,
like
fuck
that.
this guy.
We're like,
So I was like, dude, just give me one tryout. Let me fucking come out, show what I got. You know, if it doesn't fucking fit, then, you know, cool. You know, I'll still be a fan of the band, whatever.
hey, I'll
you know?
say
No, you
one
wouldn't.
thing. I'll say one thing. I was going for the other guy. We had like two different.
Thanks, dude.
No. Check it out. Hear me out. Now I'm being serious. I'm not in warp world.
Jesus.
No,
Christ.
for real. There was two options, and I was going for the guy that I knew that was in our band, the previous band, and then I seen him come out, and I was like, holy shit! I was 100% in, bro.
Oh, thanks.
My bone, it moved.
So like the first practice, I like didn't have a lot of time to get stuff done. So I only heard the track again, you know, once or twice, but I knew it was fucking sweet. So I was just like, the first practice, I didn't have like really any lyrics. I think I had like 2 or 3 lines, you know, and I was just, Jason has like boxes with like weird words written on them. So like all the lyrics I was doing for all the songs you were playing were just reading the boxes, you know, just anything that popped in my head. And then the you're like, hey, you know, we've got the show coming up. I'm like, okay, and I'm thinking it's just like, all right, whatever, it's a fucking show at some bar, you know. Then you guys were like, it's between you and this other guy, but this other guy like hasn't come out yet or something. He's coming out later this week. I'm like, fuck, man, I really got to show these guys I'm interested in joining the band. I'm like, so I told him, like, send me everything you have, and I'll fucking. So on our way
All right,
to,
I'll take
this is where
over.
Morgan takes away.
This is the part that pissed me off. I didn't know what he was doing. Okay, so
I thought she did.
No. Luca doesn't inform me on things because, you know, communication sucks. So it's New Year's
job.
Day, right?
New Year's Day.
New
and
Year's
I
Day.
tried out maybe like a week or something prior.
Okay, doesn't tell me.
It was
He's
right at
like,
the end of the
He
year.
just told me the part of like, oh yeah, we'll get back to this and, you know, whatever. So we're supposed to go to Lafayette, Indiana, or not Lafayette? Lafayette. No,
Yep.
no.
Yep.
Lafayette.
Notre
We're
Dame.
supposed to go to Notre Dame, and
The Blackhawks are playing
Uh-huh.
the Bruins for
The Bruins, Winter Classic
Winter
game.
Classic game. And we were going to that.
We were going to that.
And
So we're already an hour behind because we didn't
Cutie.
remember that there was an hour time shift. So we got up late. We're struggling to get moving. We get out the door and he goes, "Oh, by the way, you're driving. I'm going to spend the whole time writing lyrics." And I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck?" I was like, "You know how I am under pressure. You're expecting me to drive across state lines to do this interview in the winter to a place I've never been in traffic for a sports game?"
Interview.
Or I don't even know. But I was like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean you're going to be writing lyrics? So the whole time I'm driving with road rage to the game, trying to get there in time, dealing with a bunch of people doing bullshit moves in traffic to get to this game on time and whatever. And he's ignoring me the whole time because he's listening to headphones.
So the way she explained it to me is
Do
that
you
I
want a
didn't,
water, Morgan?
I didn't
I
tell
have
her
a water, thanks.
that I was writing lyrics. I was just
No.
like, you're driving.
Yeah, he doesn't
I
tell
need
me.
you to drive.
He doesn't tell me this.
So,
So the whole
we're
time
driving
he's
the
not
whole
listening
time,
to me.
and I'm listening to the songs over and over and over and over again. And in that drive up there, I wrote 2 of the songs. And then in my mind, I'm thinking, I need to show these guys, like, I want to join this band. If I knock out all the songs, and the other guy hasn't even showed up to one practice yet, like, or one, you know, tryout, to be like, hey, guys, I already have all these songs written, so I'm ready to go.
So we got to Notre Dame, and I'm fucking pissed at him the whole time because we are like literally 10 minutes
what the
before the
fuck
game
were you doing
starts
this
that
whole
we
time,
pull
right?
in this parking lot. I've had road rage. I've been pissed. I have to pee. It's snowing. It's below like.
And mind you, she's pissed, and I'm writing songs about murdering people and stuff, and I'm like,
He's like, why are you so angry? I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You weren't there to like help talk me
Right.
through 3 hours of driving.
I was
Like,
writing songs, bruh.
Yeah,
I was
he's
so
all pumped.
pissed.
He's pumped from writing lyrics.
it was
What do
a
you want him to
terrible,
do?
terrible
There
experience.
is a lot of
Sure.
interstate from here to Notre Dame. It is a lot of
I
interstate.
fucking hated that drive. It was god awful.
You made it like a champ. So anyway, on the way there, I wrote the lyrics
And we
to
fucking lost.
2 or 3 of the songs.
Oh, they look like
Losing's
shit. In that
cool,
game.
man.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Fucking A right, Peter, man. Fucking A right. And because I knew I needed to fucking show you guys, like, hey, this guy.
So we wrote a whole
You
EP about
did a-
hating me and
it was
murdering
worth
me.
it.
You're, dude.
Well,
honestly,
It
man,
is.
Your
It is.
couple fight was worth it because my wiener grew.
Is that what By the
Thanks,
Pound's
yeah.
about?
So he might.
That
have-
one I did
Yeah.
write driving up
About
there.
Morgan?
Yeah.
No, none of the songs are about Morgan. Get out of here. Why do you
know
keep
which
saying
one
that?
He's
it is.
I'm
lying.
just asking.
He is
I know which
lying.
one it
This
is.
one. Insane.
I know.
Anyway, but yeah, you guys. So after the first like tryout that I had with you guys, you were like, "All right, we got this show coming up," and I'm thinking, "All right, they're playing at some bar or whatever." You know, okay, cool. And you're like,
Tricked you.
so that's like in my head, like that's what I thought immediately. I'm like, yeah, no problem, I can fucking do it. Whatever, I'll knock this shit out. And we'll get going. And you're like, all right, we're opening up for Soulfly, and I'm like, what? Wait, what? Like this is your first show, like, which is on. It was like 2 months away, and you're like, we need to.
not even. It
we
was
need
like
to-
it was like a month and a half.
Yeah,
Not-
we're
like a
like-
month, maybe a little over a month.
We need all these songs written, and we need you to get in the recording studio and at least knock out 2 of them. I'm like, fuck. Fucking challenge accepted, bitches. So that's what I was doing. Like the whole time, it was like homework. I had to fucking get these songs done to show you guys. First of all, that I wanted to fucking join this band because it was badass.
Well,
I wasn't passing it up this time, you know. And then second of all, because I fucking.
The
if I
best
didn't,
part
it'd be
about
fucked.
that show was when you call that dude a dipshit.
What? Wait, what happened?
I think remember you were throwing shirts out and you're like, "Oh, that's a 2X, you dipshit." And that's all I remember.
Well, let's
from
play
that show.
the first song that you recorded. And where did you record at?
So this was all done at the Nook, and you guys had all the music recorded before I had started. So I just had to go in and knock out vocals, right?
Shout out to Dick
Yeah,
Patibo.
yeah. Let's talk. We
Hey.
can talk about that after or whatever recording because Nick's the shit.
What was the first song that we? Well, let's just do the CD in order. I feel
I
like that's
recorded,
wanna
yeah,
say-
Distant Titans first.
I was gonna say I think Distant Titans was first.
okay. Well, let's do it. This is the opening track off of the EP Funeral Empire called Distant Titans. Let's fucking do it.
Let's do it.
What's going on? I'm Morgan Danielle.
I'm Luco Blaze from the Metal Experience in Chicago, Illinois.
And you're listening to Small Town Mentality Podcast with your hosts, Ben and Austin.
We're Witherer. Hi, Witherer. And we're addicted to metal on the Metal Experience.
All right, we are back. I'm Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze and the boys in Architects of Ruin. That was the first track off of Funeral Empire EP called Distant Titans. Yay! So we are going to talk a little bit about the recording of at the Nook. We've had various bands that have been on that have recorded with Nick Nativo before. He is a mastermind. I've been there before. Nick Nativo is amazing at recording. And then a little bit about the background of what the song is about. So whoever wants to start.
Where do you want to start first, Morgan?
I don't know.
Well, the
You tell
song's
me.
about, okay, starting.
Ryan, you did not write the lyrics.
I did, no, but I dug deep.
He dug deep.
I took 2 weeks off.
Read
Paid
all the
vacation.
lyrics.
Did not go anywhere. Stayed in Joliet.
Sometimes you need that.
Did you get fired?
Don't know why you stayed in Joliet, though.
I love it. There's a great river with a lot of bodies. And
Yeah, I was gonna
they
say.
smell so good.
Oh, boy.
So with the lyrics for the song, I feel like after I wrote them and you look at the artwork for the CD, it really related to the artwork of the CD. And then with also all the titles, I tried to come up with stuff that you've never heard before. Like if you Google search Distant Titans, it's like, that's not a thing. You know, or any of the other titles that came up, it's like, these aren't words that are put together in anything else. So I'm like, yay.
Yeah, it's hard.
You know, trying to be as original as possible because I feel like when I listen to music myself as a vocalist, lyricist, and if like someone has a stupid fucking line like, I'm going to get high as a kite and, you know, I don't know, some stupid like rhyming bullshit. Fuck, that shit drives me crazy. I'm like, if I wrote that, I would have not used that.
There was an issue with like two of the tunes before you came in a picture because they were both well-known titles of bigger, like established bands. Like one was Slayer, and I can't think of the other, but we were all like, what the fuck? You know, it's been done within the past probably 3 years since Slayer put out a tune with the same name, so we're like, we can't do that. Like, as another reason, like I said, man, I bitched at Brandon for weeks, maybe like 2 weeks, but days to get you in there.
Well, with Distant Titans, I felt like that's like fucking Aryans, brah. Distant Titans, like that's fucking Aryans. And the cover of this, you know, the cover is all like Egyptian fucking, you know, and then the back is all like meteor showers. And there's some fucking, probably some aliens somewhere in there and shit, like fucking shit's blowing up, end of the world stuff. So it's like,
Yeah, that's
kinda-
what that song's about, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
kinda,
kind
I
of been
mean-
our theme. Like, have you seen our merch? Our merch is all fucking Egyptian themed.
style.
Yeah.
So I really, after I wrote that, kind of related it. It kind of works with the artwork that we have for the CD. That's all I got.
So what is Distant Titans about?
Fucking end of the world, bruh.
In any specific way?
I mean, like,
Give us,
Like,
give
what's
us a
the
verse.
Titan?
Give
What
us
is
a
a
verse,
Titan to you?
Luco.
What's
Give us
a
a
Distant Titan?
I
Like,
mean,
what type of...
just the opening and that's another thing. When
I don't know what
record-
that is. That's a good question.
When I record
Yeah,
the
none of us know the words to any of the songs, by the
what
way.
I sent them. All
No,
to
I
you
know the
guys.
words.
I literally thought you were just
Yelling.
shitting.
That's a good idea. For your next record, I'm just going to take audio of him pooping.
Yes,
So-
I'm sure he has some. It's
I
probably
feel
already
like-
on there.
The
feel like
first
you've done
things
this
I say
before,
is the
Marcus.
fall of man cannot come soon enough. Like, the end of the world. Like, and I want it to happen too.
Yeah,
so.
you say like there's that line to wipe out the earth, right, or something.
Oh,
you
yeah,
say?
bro.
Distant
Yeah.
Titans, man. It's
Well,
like
that
Silent
reminds me.
Control.
Like the only thing that reminds me of, which is badass, is that the opening of "You Like It Dies Today." or if you're familiar with them, their
I know
album
like
from
one
like
of their
04.
songs. That's I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to change the lyrics then.
No, I'm just saying they're the shit, but they mentioned a human race being wiped away, so it kind of, but not on
I had to
purpose
read over
because you
'em.
don't like them.
Let's just do 25% and we'll be fine. Population control, please.
Yeah, we
Oh,
won't
man.
wipe everyone
So it's
out.
kind of a little bit of everything in that song, like, the end of the world from aliens and also, people just murdering other people. I mean, Egyptian style, ripping faces off and shit.
aliens, people, and Egyptians murdering
It's
people.
all of it, man.
Mayans cutting children's head off and making the blood flow from the pyramids and drinking the blood from the bottom of the goddamn pyramid.
Our birds' heads are falling off.
And what
We
about
lost our jobs.
We lost our jobs.
hooking
Our
up
birds'
with
heads are
Nick
falling
Nativo?
off.
How did that work?
Tinder. Swiped right.
I think Brandon knew him.
And then this is all your actual drumming on there. That's not a drum machine. That's
No,
you actually.
fuck no.
That's
all
not?
your drums are mic'd.
Yeah, I
And
think
that's you actually
Brandon
drumming.
knew him. And yeah, Nick's the shit, man. So huge shout out to him.
'Cause I've-
and what's up?
I've had people ask about the drums. They're like, "Is that
He
that's a
likes
drum
interrupting
machine?"
People.
Sorry.
I know. I
Just
know.
kidding.
I have to fight for.
But I wanted to
time
make that a
talk.
point that you actually went in there and
See?
recorded your
Yeah,
drums.
it's not crazy shit. But like,
Yeah, it is.
I went back there. I'm doing the new Nightmare record with him.
Already?
It's already done.
Holy shit.
We got 2 tracks. We're doing the 21st of this month, and then it's next Wednesday, whatever the date is. But 2 songs, yeah, and it's wrapped. But I went there, again because of this record. So yeah, Nick's the shit in the Nook.
You got that done quick too.
You knock it all in one.
You got it done in like
Nightmare, yeah, I was done. I think I pulled up at 9, and I was home at like 12:30. And I
Holy
mean,
shit.
he's like 40 minutes away from me. So yeah, he's awesome, man.
And then when you did the Architects, you did that all in one.
Yeah, it took like
One day?
Yeah, 2-3 hours. No, nothing.
Just fucking get in.
Yeah, Brandon
Skin
kept
off your
wanting to
back,
do
huh?
that scratch shit. I don't even know what that means. I'm like, just
Basically like a demo version of it. It's like, why waste the time if I
yeah.
fucking know what I'm doing? Just go in and
yeah,
then
you know
do
the
it.
riffs. You just throw the goddamn click on. But yeah, man.
Sounds tits.
Yep.
Nice.
And then did you guys no, Travis, you didn't record at the Nook, right?
I did record a little bit at the Nook. I did obviously my solo on Already Dead. I did that one. There's a few odds and ends that I recorded, as well as Brandon did. A few harmonized sections we did record together, but I would say probably, if I had to put a number on it, like 90% of the guitars were Brandon's recordings, which I had no problem with because he wrote pretty much all of the guitar riffs anyway. They were already there, so.
But you just came in and kind of added your little flavor.
Exactly.
I love when you add your flavor.
I know. Tasty,
Sexy
salty,
little cumin
sweet.
spice.
And then Ryan, you popped in there and
Well, don't act like you don't know what the fuck I
I
did.
wasn't there, man. These were
were-
all recorded before I joined the
You
band.
were with me the whole
I wasn't
time.
invited, so I wasn't there either.
Did
Here's
you
a
knock,
funny story.
knock this all out in one day?
Yeah, dude. I fucking went in there and I was so badass. I had sunglasses and a Harley. I don't even own one, but I borrowed one for a day, bro. I drove in hard and I said, "What kind of basses you got?" And he said, "I don't know. I got some goddamn Fender here." I said, "Just give me that. I don't give a fuck." And I just shredded through it in 5 minutes. Got the whole fucking thing done. Didn't give a fuck. And then I was smoking a cigarette the whole time.
This explains why I hear no bass on the record.
Ooh.
No, we
Ooh,
took
I do.
that out. Yeah. It sounded awful. Listen to him.
5 minutes worth of recording puts you at like maybe 1 line per song.
He finished it all, Morgan. 5 minutes with a cigarette in his mouth.
Morgan, can you cut your vocals out of my fucking headphones? It's driving me nuts.
I can unplug you all together.
So there you go. That works.
Let's talk about, Ryan, let's talk about we were leaving recording that day.
Oh yeah. So
But that was with me.
I drove in after
I don't think
work.
it was.
No.
Was it that day?
No. It was just
The
me
little,
and Brandon.
the little incident.
It was just
car
Whoa,
incident.
I
was
was
there
there.
an incident?
I was there. Brandon was there, and Ryan was there.
I just got a new little fresh Kia, a little sweet from Japan or Korea. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. Okay.
Somewhere overseas.
Just got a little car. Okay. I park it in Nick's long driveway that's very narrow.
Super long,
Very
bro.
end of the driveway.
It's a typical driveway.
Brandon's got this big truck because he's got such a big fucking...
It's just a Chevy
And he
Colorado.
pulls out, and I said, no, Brandon, wait, I'm at the end. And all of a sudden, he fucking smoked the side of my car. And then I just let him ride because I knew that motherfucker had a couple in him. But yeah,
He hit
took care.
your car?
Yeah, but he took care of it real quick with his Liberty Mutual,
did.
baby.
He did.
Liberty Mutual, shout out.
Shout out.
This isn't a commercial. You
Shout
did
out.
great.
Emu.
So
Holy
this is
shit.
this was when I was recording the
I
first
know.
time I went in, because I went in 2 different sessions, and I literally had no idea how much I was going to get done. But the first time I went in, knocked out the first 3 tracks. The second time I went in, knocked out the next 2 tracks. But I was there. It was, Travis, Ryan, and Brandon, and then like I'm going over stuff and then Brandon sideswipes Ryan's fucking car, and I'm like, oh my god, guys, I'm trying to do vocals right now. And then I finished 3 songs then, and then came back like a couple weeks later and knocked out the other 2.
Well, let's hear another track. What's the next track off the album that we're playing?
Let's just go in order. Let's do the titular track off the CD, Funeral Empire. This is Funeral Empire.
Hey yo, it's Troy Adams from the podcast Wrestling Society. Every single Wrestling Wednesday, we bring you brand new episodes where we review the best and worst of professional wrestling eras of the past, as well as the biggest current events in professional wrestling and mixed martial arts. Search for us on YouTube, where we have hilarious WWE Network watch-alongs, reviews of terrible shows, and other great content. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PodRes Society, and we're available on all podcast platforms. Come join the Society.
This is Justin.
This is Dustin.
Austin's J&D.
Of the so-called Saints.
Or so-called Sense.
Tell your boys.
Or smell your boys.
You're listening to the Metal Experience.
Boom.
All right, back once again with the Metal Experience. I am Morgan Danielle, here with Architects of Ruin. Hey, that was Luco on vocals because we're interviewing his bandmates tonight.
Yay.
Yeah, so that was the titular track, right?
The
right?
titular track.
Titular.
That song is about
titties.
being dead.
That's
already.
it. That's
Already.
really self-explanatory.
Mostly about titties.
But mostly about titties. Dead titties. No, that song is about being dead and other people being dead and not being at peace with yourself because you're dead.
So what's the empire part?
Wait a minute.
That you're building a funeral empire. The funeral empire is what you're building with all the other dead.
What?
So we have a song about already being dead, and then we have a song called Already Dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
All these songs are
what
about.
What song did we just play?
You guys, all these songs
That's
are
what
about
I'm confused
killing
about.
myself and killing other people.
Wait.
That's metal.
Funeral Empire is about being dead already, and then already
Let's track
dead.
two
But I don't
Fancy.
say that.
Having an empire of funerals.
But I don't feel safe around you.
I don't say that in there. I just. You guys, it's about being dead.
And you're selling houses?
Oh my
Well,
god.
it's selling houses with dead
I was
people
thinking
in
about that on the way here. I'm like, how the fuck does he sell houses?
He doesn't sell houses.
I
guys.
didn't think so.
He leases
Because how
apartments.
could he? Oh, sweet.
All right.
These
And
cold
then, like,
cuts?
the dead coming
Wait.
back to life and stuff. I mean, it's all over the place. It's all about the dead, dude.
Let's
I'm
talk
just-
about something else because apparently you don't even know what your songs are about
mean, it's
anymore.
just
They're
about
all
the dead,
blending
man.
together. So let's talk about
They're
a
all
little
about
bit
being
about
dead and
your
stuff.
musical backgrounds and maybe some of the projects that you were in the Chicago scene. We briefly touched on it with Brandon and Jason and
Brandon.
but
Memo
Brandon
fucking
and
guy.
Ryan were in Mass Mutilation.
Oh,
But like,
okay.
what other things have you done in your career and
Travis,
what
we'll start,
got you into metal?
start with you. What got you into the guitar?
What got
Please,
me into guitar?
Some of
Well,
the background.
All right. 15 years ago was the first time I picked up a guitar.
At the ripe age of 1.
Ripe age of 1. Youngest guy in this band. 15 years young.
Man,
Why do you got a beard,
you hit
dude?
puberty and the full beard came out
Yeah,
real
I know.
nice.
Right out of the
He's
womb.
16. That's why you have trouble getting shows.
All right, so 15 years old. No, I'm sorry, 13 years old. My dad, for Christmas, got me my first guitar. And
What was it?
It was a Fender. Or no, I'm sorry, it was a Squier Strat.
Right on.
One of those starter packs you get for like $300
That's
or
awesome.
$200 or whatever the hell it was. And came with a little 5-watt amp and all that. And I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I had no idea. And over the years, 15 years later, still have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
But it looks good.
But it looks great. And I'm dropping a ton of money on shit that I'm doing okay at just fucking throwing my dick at.
Being mediocre.
So,
Doing a great job, dude.
Exactly. Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah, give me one
Hey.
too, babe.
Come here.
I love you, buddy.
You know what? You know what though?
You're the
Like,
cutest little ginger I ever met. Most handsome, I mean.
I'm doing my best. All right. So, yeah. I mean, so I've been playing for 15 years, and
What got you into the metals?
I don't know. I really don't. I think it was just kind of like a slow process of listening to like punk when I was in like 6th or 7th grade. So like I was listening to like Green Day and like Sum 41, NoFX, and shit like that, like every typical teenager listens to back in the early 2000s, and just kind of moved way forward beyond that into like high school, where I discovered like the Big Four and shit like that. That's where I really learned about like metal and all that shit. And Kind of never looked back. So now I'm here, 15 years later, playing fucking death metal.
Now you're
with a bunch of bros,
bunch of boys,
bunch of questionably bisexual, maybe.
A bunch of boys.
So yeah, I mean, it's.
I was the one that thought his hat said baseball bisexual bullshit when he first walked
True.
in.
It does.
I didn't see the full thing. I thought it said bisexual something. I was like, wait, what?
Maybe we should get hats.
I will wear that shit.
Maybe we should get hats that say baseball bisexual bullshit. Architects of Ruin.
I think you would get a little offended people.
A
lot of offended
Who
people.
gives a fuck? Exactly. Just here to party,
So I've been in a few bands over the years. The first band that I really had any kind of success in was, and you two might remember this name, was Age of Aries.
Yes, that band
was-
gave us thongs to hand out to people.
Yes, that band.
I
did
still
have
wear mine.
thongs. I'm glad you do. It's a good thong. So yeah, that band was the band that went to Europe and toured the States and did all that jazz.
Did you join them on the Europe and tour the
Yeah.
States?
Oh yeah, I was there. I did all
Okay.
that. Yeah, that was.
How are the women in Europe?
Dude, you have no idea. It's absolutely incredible. I can't say too much about that. My girlfriend's over there in the corner watching
How are the
me.
women in Europe? Man, fucking just like the women in America.
I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave it at
Two
that.
legs,
I'm
two
gonna leave
arms.
it at that. If you really want to know, if you really want to know how it is in Europe, and then particularly Amsterdam, just get a plane ticket, go over there, check it out.
And then come back and report to us.
Self-explanatory.
I don't see fucking in my repertoire in Amsterdam.
If you got $50,
I do
you
all my
can.
drugs at home.
I mean, you got that too. You don't got to go.
There you
I
go.
can just go to Jason's house if I wanted to do anything.
I just
like
fucking
that.
poop my
Call
pants.
Jason's apartment, Amsterdam.
So yeah, after Age of Aries, I was with Oblivion Zero for a little while. I had a short tenure with them. Kind of had some differences between there. So I was out of a band for probably about a year. And then
A
Architects of
love
Ruin-
triangle?
Yeah.
And then join these boys.
Architects of Ruin called my name, and I said, okay, let's do it.
Let's do it, boys.
And then here I am.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Sometimes I'm not going to lie, I'll get hypnotized by his fingers, and I don't know what to do, and I'll pass out. But no one will know.
There's
'cause
two
I'll still-
situations. Hey, there's two
my
situations where
muscles
this happens.
keep up. Go on.
Yeah, that. No. I'll let you figure it out.
Did you say you'll let him finger it out?
I'll let you finger it
No,
out.
he said
it's fine. Whatever.
No,
You know what? I'll let
Morgan.
you
It's fine.
finger
I
it
know.
out.
Morgan,
fine.
don't let him lie
It's
to
fine.
you.
I'm not gonna deny it. Just do both. It's
You
fine.
said
It's
finger
fine.
it out,
I said
dude.
finger. Eat shit.
So Ryan, give me your little background over here.
Oh, of course. Well, I went to Juilliard. My
course.
dad,
Of course.
bossa nova dancer.
Irish tenor.
No, he's a bossa nova dancer.
it was your
He's
mom that-
renowned. Look him up.
Your mom
My
was an Irish
mother was an Irish saxophonist. She was renowned throughout the country. She got flown over. My daddy
This country?
flew over. Yes, to this country, Jason. Jesus Christ, man. And he fucking, he met her and they danced, and then they said, I'm going to have a son. We're going to name him Ryan. He's going to play bass in a fucking metal band at some point in his life. They made my, what is that called? What is that
A
called?
picture? What do you
What do people do?
Portrait?
No, you make the fucking chart and you
like a
dream
timeline?
chart. Dream
I
chart.
guess that's what you're trying to say.
They made a goddamn dream chart.
A dream chart.
What is it? Vision board.
A
God
vision
damn it.
board. I don't
Thank
know what that
you.
is, but I'll accept it.
Thank you, Mrs. Trav.
I don't know what that is.
Your
I've
parents
never
made
heard
a
of
vision board.
They made
It's
a
not
vision
real.
board
It's
back.
not real.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. I went to Juilliard because of them, because they were both Bossa Nova.
Is that a country?
No, it's a goddamn renowned
It's a
college.
principality.
It's a city.
And I learned all the instruments, and I did really good. And then I came down to Joliet, and I met my boys, and I just thought they were really attractive, and I thought I'd like to be with these boys, so I had to figure it out. But I figured it out, and they let me in, and they're being really, really nice about it. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm so confused. How did you go from vision board to Juilliard? Like,
To Joliet.
yeah. You said it, not me. But I'm a little confused because we missed a step somewhere.
Big time. He fucked up somewhere between Juilliard and Joliet.
Juilliard didn't treat
He
you well,
fucked up.
apparently. You got spit out.
I didn't do too well.
Spit out the big. End up
Well,
in
they
Joliet.
they didn't understand my artistic approach. So, but anyways, it all worked out. I'm in love with these boys. I love these boys. I'm gonna live with these boys because I love these boys. You gotta hear me now.
All right.
And that's it.
So is that the real truth? I'm so
No.
That's it.
confused.
no,
That's his
seriously.
life.
No,
Something
seriously,
like
that's
that.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
You went to Juilliard?
Yes.
For how long?
So long.
Did you?
So how many instruments can you really play?
How far is it?
Yeah, I want to know this too.
18.
He's like, I could play the bass.
And where
I could
was
play
this
the
place
stand-up
at?
bass,
Where is Juilliard?
the sit-down bass?
I don't know. Maybe New York.
Okay, see, I call bullshit.
What about the tuba?
Moving on.
Okay, so what band got you started?
That
in the
was
metal?
it, though.
Juilliard.
Yeah, that was
Juilliard is not a
it.
band.
Move on.
Juilliard.
No, seriously, that was it.
We're moving on. Jason, what got you into the drums and then into the metals?
This is gonna
Juilliard.
be a fucking marathon.
My dad. Mainly, I was born listening to all that shit: Slayer, King, Anthrax, all that stuff. And then, yeah, just because of Slayer, I wanted to play drums. Bought a drum set in 8th grade, and been jamming ever since. It's just a matter of finding the right people, which I might have.
Some
Now-
I hope so. Jesus
boys-
I
Christ.
thought so before this interview.
You're in like 16 bands.
Yeah, you're in a couple of
Yeah,
different
how
bands.
does that exactly work?
Oh, it's all good.
I know it's all good because I've heard all of your band's music and it's all phenomenal. I just want to know how you keep yourself sane and how you find time for all of it.
Yeah, I play drums, Act of Destruction, Her Worst Nightmare. I got a new band I'm playing with tomorrow that it'll be our 4th jam. Ryan heard them a little bit.
Excuse me?
When he-
Badass.
Now you're cheating on them again with new
Right.
people?
What's the new
I
band?
caught him cheating.
Ryan caught me.
I was trying to get some weed, and the
Yeah,
motherfuckers cheat.
He came to get drugs
It's like,
from me.
who the
and-
fuck are these guys?
right?
Who are these boys?
I said, "What is that inside?"
Who's that other bass player, Jason?
Right?
Who are you jamming with now?
You go to Julie.
This band, they're called
I'm sure they don't
Scarson.
say that.
What is it called?
Scarson, if you remember, look them up later or whatever. But they're from Gary.
Indiana?
Yeah.
He's international.
So they come by me. You know, we jam by me and stuff.
Who's in the
that
band?
mean?
Anyone we would know?
No, I didn't know any of them till now.
Well, check his
but
back.
killer players, man, just killer.
What kind of
shit.
music?
Super, just really heavy, clean stuff, kind of like Act of Destruction, but
Okay.
a little like more aggressive, like
It sounded like technical, kind of like As I Lay Dying
faster,
type
heavier kind of stuff.
Ooh.
Cool.
But yeah, real good. No, like, kind of just harsh talking vocals and stuff.
Talking vocals?
Well, like Slayer, like
okay.
voice, nothing too extreme. The
like
music is, but
talking
yeah, it's awesome. But I don't know what's up with that for right
And what
now.
happened to, was it Devil Land?
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
Dude, I saw that band. Were you in that band when they opened for what was it, Death Angel and Anthrax?
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah,
you-
at the
Did you play
Concord.
that show?
Yeah.
Dude,
we
what the
only did
fuck?
3 shows.
I was at that show.
Yeah, we only did 3 or 4.
Cops are outside.
But,
Brandon's
Buster
here.
I mean, we're right behind the police station.
Right?
What an entrance. He just gets handcuffed against the glass windows.
Ugh, God.
Welcome to
Boys,
Elmhurst.
bail me out.
Not again.
But hell yeah. If y'all remember Act of Destruction, Her Worst Nightmare, look that up.
And let's also mention you put out an album with each of these bands this year.
Yeah. Yep.
This year.
Yeah,
dude.
March was
Yeah.
Nightmare. I think January was us. Sometime we didn't really have a release date.
You did it in March.
Because
March.
was it March?
March.
And Act of Destruction was what, February?
May 18th. It came
Act
out.
of Destruction was May?
Yeah, May 18th.
So all at the beginning of the year,
Nightmare
3
was
full
March
CDs.
15th.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You're a busy boy.
Right?
Buy it.
Beautiful boy.
You're a beautiful boy. And then what got you into the metals?
He just told you that.
Yeah.
It was
It was
just the
dad.
Slayer- it was your
Same
dad
shit.
playing?
No,
Okay.
my dad, yeah. Day one.
All right.
Born into the shit.
Fuck yeah. I feel like if anyone's listened to this show ever, they kind of know everything about me because I just talk a lot.
No, I don't.
Vocals.
What got you into metal?
My parents, like my mom was a big AC/DC fan. My dad was a big Van Halen, so they would always listen to that. And then, you know, Black Sabbath, Jimi Hendrix. And then I was introduced to Kiss. And then Metallica was really the gateway drug, and they're always trying to find heavier music.
Hell yeah.
And then, you know, then you find the big four, and then it was like, oh, man, but now I got to, now you find Sepultura, and like, oh, no, now I find fucking black metal, and now you find fucking death metal, and now you find, you know, everything was just trying to get heavier and harder and crazier. So it was always like a progression to always just find. Then you find the Gothenburg stuff, like all the In Flames and everything. So it was just a progression, just keep trying to find heavier and heavier music.
Shout out to the whole country of Sweden.
Yeah, right? And, I mean, that was pretty much it. Doing vocals, I played guitar growing up, but I was never any, you know, good. I mean, whatever. And I was never in a band.
Know.
Yeah, thanks. I was never in any bands as a guitarist. I was in a band as a bassist.
Hour of Crisis, were you bassist or guitar?
I was in a punk rock band called the Bomags, and we were fucking cool. I was the only like metalhead, so I would just fucking like bang my head the whole fucking time. And we were not playing music that you banged your head as hard as I would bang my head. It was kind of funny, and that was kind of like our little shtick, you know. Like, yeah, look at that fucking weirdo.
What would you compare their music to? Like what?
The Bomags. It was kind of like a. Dude, we can play some fucking Bomags. I got some Bomags, bitch.
I need to hear Bomags.
But yeah, I just played bass and did background vocals for that band. Then I joined this band, Hour of Crisis, and we did. Then I was in this band, God Awful. And then we never did anything. We just jammed. And then right? Because then it was the right when like Lamb of God and God Forbid came out, and I'm like, dude, we're God Awful. That's the band name.
That's why they didn't go anywhere.
And
they were god awful.
Right?
That's also true. And then I joined that band, Hour of Crisis, and I did bass and vocals on that. And then from there, you know,
Among the
that was
Fallen.
kind of like how I started the vocals. And then I joined this band. It was called Crimson Chaos, which is like the lamest name ever.
He replaced
and
me.
I was literally joined that band just to get my vocals back, or to where I wanted them to be, before I left that band to go to pursue something way better. And then like half that band quit, and we got different guys, and then it was like, oh shit, now this is playing some sweet music. I was in the band Among the Fallen, and we were fucking jammed for a little bit. That music was sweet.
I know that name.
And then
I want to say,
sweet, dude.
Yeah.
And then from doing the show, one of the guys on the show was like, hey, I've got this side project going on, you know. And I was like, cool, fucking, you know, because I liked the music of the band that he was with. And he's like, well, I got the side project. I was like, dude, hit me up. I'd fucking love to do some vocals, because this was after Among the Fallen. And then he hit me up a little while later, months later, and he's like, hey, you still interested? I'm like, yeah. So I, you know, went in to try out what I thought I was trying out for the side project. Turns out I was trying out for the band that I had interviewed, so it was kind of awkward because I replaced the one guy that I had on the show and everything. So it was really weird, but I joined the band Return to Flesh for a little bit, and then things kind of fell apart with them, and then that band reformed as The Forms They Take, and then I joined you boys when that kind of
I
stopped.
think Act played with Return to Flesh, but without you.
Yeah, it was probably, I know they
Chad was there.
They had a vocalist before me, then it was me, and then they had a vocalist after me, and then I don't think they're doing anything anymore. But with the Forms They Take, it was pretty much Return to Flesh. Everyone kind of left that band. And then we just, months later, one of the guys was like, hey, let's fucking jam again. All right, sweet. So we just got back together as opposed to a 5-piece, just a 4-piece, and played that we did that for 2 years or something. And then that kind of just fizzled out because people moved and shit, and then the drive to practice was fucking Asshole far. And yeah, that's when fucking Brandon, I heard about you boys, and that's kind of when I followed back up. And it was just like perfect timing. So there we are. Let's do another track.
Yeah.
Let's keep on going. Let's just go down the line. This will be Closer to the Grave, which every day getting closer to the grave.
Listening to this podcast right now! Do you want to hear a fucking podcast about anything and everything? Like movies, music, television, and more? Oh my god. Well, you've come to the right place. Yes. Subscribe to Journey into Comics Network, and you get Podcastrophe, hosted by me, Dick. Why not throw a couple bucks to the Patreon? It's your choice. Yeah. This is a Podcastrophe.
That sounds so awesome.
Hi, we're Marlene Chick. Don't fight us on the Metal Experience. Stuff, metal, docking, and banquet chickens.
Woo! We are back. The Metal Experience rocking out in the back of Fitz's spare keys. And we just heard Closer to the Grave by Architects Ruin, and that is off of the Funeral Empire track, CD, EP. So, what does the future hold for you boys?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we're done. That's it.
I think we have a show set up in December.
No, we peaked.
We peaked. So, in total, I've played 3 shows with you guys. You played 1 before I joined the band. So
this band
four
has
shows.
played only 4 shows.
4 shows peaked. We peaked.
We're done.
That's it, man.
We rode the ride all the way through. That's it.
All we can ever have and ever dream of.
We already have artwork for the next CD, and we're like peaked already.
Yeah. Do we?
We do.
We do.
Sweet.
Where you been, bro?
Just came out with some sweet shirts and hoodies that you can pick up on the Facebook. Just hit us up. You can pick up at a live show when we're playing in December. I feel like that's far away.
December 28th,
December 28th.
Bro, that's still like 4
Oh, you did
months
confirm
away.
that show?
Yes.
We are on that show.
Who confirmed it with Steve?
I did.
Probably Luco, yeah.
Okay, good.
That's going to be
Just want to make sure.
at Penny Road Pub in Barrington. It's not like hasn't official, but it's supposed to be 10 bands going back and forth from upstairs
And
to
if
the
we're not,
downstairs
if
show.
we're not upstairs,
We're gonna riot all over my face, neck, and chest.
So
Please do.
I wanted to ask you guys, I know some bands hate this question. However, this helps when I used to do this all the time in like magazines and stuff. To look up bands, you kind of look up like who are they similar to? Just because you have a certain interest in sound or
What
what you
would-
want to hear. So what do you think musically you would compare your sound to? Who would you categorize yourself with?
With one of our tracks, it has a very Slayer-esque sound to it.
Which one's that?
Musically.
Which one's that?
Okay.
I know what he's talking about. I heard it too. Funeral Empire has it.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
that the one? I
Or
just
Closer to
just
Grave.
know like when the vocals kick in, just because I've listened to our CD, not to sound like a weirdo, listen to my own CD like over and over and over again.
I do the same thing.
And I
sometimes.
pick it apart like, fuck, I could have held that out a little longer. Or, fuck, I wish I would have done this better.
But you could always do that
But-
live.
Yeah, that's. the
I mean,
best
look
part.
at Blink 182, how terrible sometimes vocally they sound live because
All the
they're
time.
not in tune with what they've recorded.
But anyway.
Yeah, they sound
Anyway.
terrible all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Hold on. No.
Yes.
I do like their new
Yes.
one. Their new song is
Because
so good.
Matt Skiba is amazing.
I haven't heard it because I gave
So-
up on that band. Anyway,
I
going
gave
on.
up on
Just
you,
listen
Going
Travis,
forward.
just
Shut up,
now.
Shut up. Shut up.
Over and over and over again, I would
Fuck
say
Blink 182.
one track has a very Slayer-esque kind of feel to it musically.
Closer
that
to the
one.
grave.
There it is.
Closer to the Grave, the one we just played. I feel like that has kind of like a Slayer feel to
That
it.
that opening tune sounds like something that's off of
Seasons of the Abyss.
no,
So
even Season of the Abyss. But I was thinking God Hates Us All.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
What would you guys say if we could sound?
Because people have asked us this question.
Let's say Bill Withers meets Celine Dion meets.
I see that. I see
None
that.
of your Juilliard bullshit, Ryan.
You weren't letting me finish, Morgan, and that's not a good interview.
It's okay.
Trait.
It's okay. I'm sure a lot of people don't let you finish with things.
Ooh.
I always let him finish.
That cuts close.
It takes a while,
home.
but he
It takes
lets
a
him
while, but I
finish.
let him finish. What would you boys say?
I think like anyone for fans. I mean, I hear a little like Fear Factory shit in there. The way Brandon wants all certain things lined up with the bass drum and stuff. Like
I think
Behemoth,
we
the
sound
Little
like
Slayer.
I think we sound like Brandon Hadley's brain within. Every
If you
little.
go back and listen to the other versions of these songs on YouTube, what dudes before us, I mean, this just wipes the floor with it. So, I mean, whatever, I mean, the way it sounds now is the way it should be, and the way it was when I first started playing with Brandon and shit. But, yeah, I mean, if you like heavy-ass shit, yeah, I mean, he listens, I mean, you guys are more, we all listen to different stuff.
What would you say, Travis? What would you?
You know what? I was just trying to think about it, actually. I'm kind of drawing a blank. Like, the only band that I really could kind of pull a connection to is, like, The Faceless. Like, that's kind of what I was thinking, or maybe, like, Revocation. Well, something like that, you know. Maybe
Revocation's real
Revocation
good.
rips, dude. They are crazy.
Morgan, you've heard it a good amount now. What would you think it sounds similar to?
I've told him just because more when I
Yes.
listen to Luco's vocals and how he's evolved from when I first started hearing him. I hear his influence of Cannibal Corpse just
No.
because. No, I do, because you're very grotesque with some of your lyrics, and that is Cannibal Corpse. I hear a little bit of like deathcore influence, but I wouldn't say it's riff wise. There is, and I know it's because you're a fan of Whitechapel. I hear some of that in there. I hear a little bit of like After the Burial, but I do hear a little
wish we
bit
were half
of.
as good as that band.
And they're only down to one guitarist, and they're still doing it.
But they're still,
yeah,
they're incredible.
just amazing. But yeah, I do hear with Close to the Grave, the Slayer. I don't listen to too much Revocation to say that.
Revocation,
But like,
I've only
I would
heard one
put
of their
you
Cs.
in the same categories.
Fucking
If somebody was to say for fans of, I would put Cannibal Corpse, Thy Art Is Murder, Whitechapel.
See, I don't know any of them.
I feel like that's
Oh,
good company to
Cannibal,
keep.
yeah.
What about you ladies over there? You've heard our stuff. Oh God, they're both rolling their
Ryan.
eyes.
Someone
They're
hand
both
him a
rolling their eyes.
microphone.
They're like,
Well, Ryan's
sounds like-
sleeping. You can take his or Brandon's.
Sounds like a
because
dumpster
Brandon's not
fire.
there, but it's okay. We've bored Ryan to death over
Oh,
here.
The Art is Murder comparison, Like I know a few of their songs. They're really like
real
like blast beat heavy and then breakdown heavy and
yeah.
I like them.
Shit like that. So
I do too.
We don't have
the
enough
new album
breakdowns.
is so good.
You know what I thought was really funny is when I told Jason, I'm like, man, you're fucking drumming like the blasts and everything you do, and he's like, I really don't do a lot of blast beats, and I was like, you don't? He's like, no. And let's do it again, and like I watched him, like, oh,
He's
he
just fast.
Doesn't. It's a very thrashy drum style.
I'd say more sexy.
More sexy. Because you do have the blasting by the pound, but other than that, I don't think you do any blasting any of the other songs.
He blasts by the pound.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Nah, maybe the beginning of what's tune 4.
Yeah. Already dead?
Yeah,
Already
the
dead.
way that
Did you- I mean,
starts
just
and
a
shit.
little
I mean,
bit?
It starts real fast.
But for some reason, like, just listening to it, I was just like, dude, the blasts sound fucking sweet. And you're like, I don't do blasts. And I was like, oh, no, you don't.
He was talking about
But it's-
cocaine.
Yeah, blasting cocaine.
Right?
Talking about
Said,
cocaine.
no, I don't do blasts.
I don't do cocaine
You were in the
blasts.
bathroom when you had the conversation.
No, I do cocaine.
Duh. But I thought that was really funny that, like, the drumming sounded, because I was just like, fuck, I'm an idiot. But I listened to it, and it, like, didn't, like, comprehend in my brain. But it sounds fucking tits. is
Yeah,
what I'm
that
trying to
all
say.
comes to Nick and shit. What the way he mixes and fucking produces everything at the Nook.
That's a good one. I don't even know. Now, when I was in Among the Fallen, people would be like, what would you compare yourself to? And I'd say, Through the Eyes of the Dead. And everyone was like, we don't know who that is. I'm like, well,
They're
that's what I
playing
would compare us to.
again now too.
Are
They're
they?
back together.
Mhm.
Shit.
Those guys are badass.
I didn't hear that. I'd go see those guys.
But
There's-
Morgan,
It's about that time.
it's
Luco.
about that time. Why don't you go ahead and set that shit up?
Now it's time for
Hey man, look what I found!
Only on the Metal Experience.
All right, this week and every week is always brought to you by our friends at Imprint Recordings. They sponsor this segment. Your music, your imprint. Visit imprintrecordings.com for more information for all your recording needs. This week is a Swimming with Sharks, plural, the Swimming with Sharks Records artist. We have Awaiting the Apocalypse from Sacramento, and this is the song Locust. Morgan, let's do it.
And now, back to the metal experience.
Did you say hookers and blow?
No, I said the metal experience.
That's not nearly as good.
All right, that again was brought to you by our friends at Imprint Recordings. Your music, your imprint. Visit imprintrecordings.com for more information for all your recording needs. And again, that was this week sponsored by, also, I should say, Swimming with Sharks Records. And that was a band from that record label, Awaiting the Apocalypse, from Sacramento. And that was the track Lotus. Hey-o! I'm Luke O'Blaze. Morgan Danielle sitting over there, rocking out with the boys in Architects of Ruin.
And just recently found out that Sacramento is in California.
Sacramento's in California, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was in, like, Utah or something.
It is.
Sac City.
Sac City. No idea. Well, take it away, Morgan.
It's a little town, bunch of slacks.
So let's talk for a minute about guilty pleasures, not those kind of guilty pleasures. Let's
why not
name
Ryan.
a band that would surprise your bandmates that you actually listen to, that they might not know that you actually enjoy.
Oh, dude, I always get down with the Limp Bizkit because they fucking.
Hey,
You're not the
I'm
wrong.
with you.
Starting with Starfish as a master.
You say that, but when we saw them in Indiana, you were not as thrilled as I
They
was.
were terrible.
No, they
Bullshit.
weren't.
They
Live-
were not terrible.
Live,
Fuck
they're
you.
amazing.
We
No, they
saw
were great.
them, and it was pouring rain, and they're like, "These motherfuckers want to tell us we can't play no more." Yeah,
I remember that show. I was gonna go to the.
And
yeah.
It was
they played like
fantastic.
2 songs, and then like tried to fight like 20 people. It was
Wasn't
so
there like
weird.
video of a storm or something?
Yeah,
Dude,
it was in
it
the
was
pouring
show-
rain, the
Yeah.
thunderstorm.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have
It
been
was
playing.
fun.
It
Dude,
was-
I was
it
at
was
the
so
show,
weird.
I was at the show at the Aragon like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe longer than that.
For
where-
Gold Cobra?
Wait, Corn?
No, what? No. For Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, Corn went limp.
No,
Oh.
it wasn't that show. No, Machine Gun Kelly opened for Limp Bizkit that night.
Oh, God.
nice.
Yeah. But Limp Bizkit were fucking great that night.
Were
Yeah,
they?
they
Oh
played
my
the
God.
House of Blues, and they were phenomenal on my birthday a few years ago. Yeah.
I
At
just
the
know-
rave, we saw them. Yeah.
That new whatever that new CD is.
Yeah,
was
that's
Gold Cobra is good.
terrible.
Oh, once
There's a
you
couple
listen
of
to it,
bangers.
I
I
listened
think
to
I-
it
No,
at
there's a
work
couple
lot.
of bangers on that one.
I listened to that I didn't even finish it all the way to see. I'm like, this is garbage.
Just don't listen to like that Behind Blue Eyes bullshit stuff like that.
Oh, with that other guitarist?
No, that's that Who cover tune. They like the single off
Yeah,
that
no,
record.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
CD was decent.
If there's a CD, I know there are. I can't remember which one it is, but whatever CD there is without Wes Borland on it, just throw it in the trash.
I like that one.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Gold Cobra. Yeah.
Speaking
No,
of Wes
Gold Cobra
Borland,
was when Wes Borland joined the band, came back to the band.
you
Oh,
guys.
and what was
I can't remember what it was called.
Break it up, Morgan, please.
before that? I have no idea.
What was the album called before that?
Morgan, please.
Was that the Unquestionable Truth?
No one
Is
gives
that
a
what that
fuck.
Oh, the Unquestionable
Part
Truth.
1?
Yeah, that one. I forgot about that album. That was the first album back with Wes Borland, and then they did the Gold
Yeah.
whatever
God,
one.
what are we doing?
right.
Significant Other?
What?
No,
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 that was
hell
way-
no.
that was
That's
before Chocolate
TRL
Starfish.
days.
Chocolate
Yeah,
Starfish.
TRL.
Nookie
Anyway,
was like
Wes
number one.
Borland did the foreword for Necrogoblicon's, John Goblicon's book, The Guide to Living Your Best Life.
Okay.
I would highly recommend reading it. It is really
All about
funny. Really funny.
Chili's.
None of us know how to read.
A lot of it is about Chili's, but it's hilarious. I really like it's great.
I'll try my best.
You can hear
What's your guilty,
John Goblicon's voice as you're reading.
guilty pleasure band?
All right, I might get some shit for this. But most recently, Ghost has become my guilty pleasure.
Is this because you saw them play like in May?
No, actually, it's not. Because the first Ghost album I listened to all the way through was Prequel, and that's obviously their latest one. Holy fuck, dude, that album's fucking great. Anybody who says that album's not great is a fucking liar.
I've never really listened to them.
I think you should.
I just heard there's a lot of, oh, I love that band, and oh, I hate that band.
I think it's
I've
pretty
never
split
listened
down the middle.
I liked him till I saw him live.
I thought they
I
were
can't
great.
stand his voice.
What didn't you like about
Yeah,
him?
live,
Yeah.
just a turn off. Like when I saw Queensryche live, it just made me never want to hear him again.
Results may vary. Was that Limp Bizkit? on the
okay.
Twitter
I
album.
like that album.
Oh,
Me too.
what? That's what
You've
Outlaws?
listened to that album
That's what
on
the
a
dude
road trip
from
before.
Snot. The dude
I
from
know. I
Snot.
could picture him. I forget his name. No,
that was the vocalist.
Yeah, Lynn died.
Sonny, the one guitarist, Sonny went and played with Seven Dust for a while.
I'm talking
and then
about the real motherfucking snot.
other
Get some,
guitarists
boy.
played with Limp Bizkit on that one album.
All right, so you're into Ghost now.
Yeah.
Ryan.
I don't have a guilty pleasure. Pleasure is life. Pleasure is pleasure. Get over it.
His guilty pleasure is Architects of Ruin.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he somehow knows how to play bass.
But he plays with his thumb.
What you got, Jason?
Oh, my favorite band in the world is Insane Clown Posse. Next to Bon Jovi.
Next to Bon Jovi, that's what I think the guilty.
Followed by Slayer, so I mean.
That's it in that
It's
order?
my big three. No, yeah, ICP, Bon Jovi, Slayer.
Dang. Were you more Bon Jovi nowadays or Bon Jovi purple
All.
spandex?
All.
With growth.
I know every word he's ever saying.
Nice. Bon Jovi.
Hell yeah.
Lugo, what about you?
He said Limp Bizkit.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about? Okay, give me another one.
I get down on
Morgan,
Wu-Tang.
how about you? Morgan, how
Okay.
about you?
I like Wu-Tang.
Morgan.
I don't hide my guilty pleasures. It's everywhere because I can show people my iPod and they
It's
are
like
like
NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, all that.
because I grew up on pop.
Crap.
I really love 303.
303, I saw them with Panic back in the
No
day.
idea. She always
House
tells
of
me about
Blues.
303, and I'm just like, I don't know.
303 is
like-
the shit.
Is it like an Illinois pop band? That
No.
They did one
They're from,
song.
they're from Colorado. They're,
remember that.
They're Boulder Stoners.
They were huge for a while, like back in like the late 2000s. They were
Yeah, because Want
huge.
came out and then
What's
Streets of
303
Gold.
mean? Hail Hitler?
303, the area code for Colorado. 303. That's 303. 3 on this
She's
side,
about to
3 on
die.
this.
You're
Oh,
making a Shamrock.
Why are you
that
making a
is their logo.
That's DDP's logo.
Why are you doing the DDP Diamond Cutter logo?
If you want to get Diamond Cut, we can work that out.
You guys suck.
Why are you doing the Diamond Cutter? Are you going to give the computer a Diamond Cutter?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
She's about to Diamond Cut Ryan, if anybody.
You hate me. Hey, be honest, you hate me.
No, I don't hate you. I'm just giving you shit.
No, I can tell.
I'm just giving you shit. I will tell you people I hate. You are not one of the people I hate.
I am one of the people.
Luco, it's a raging fireball of hatred. Like I see him and I want to shoot fire out of my eyes and destroy him. I'll tolerate you.
That sounds like a song. That's the next song.
What's the next song? Luco, write that down. You got a pen? No.
Write a song about killing yourself if you were Morgan.
Yeah.
Seeing you through my eyes.
Oh my gosh.
I'll help you.
All right, so we're Architects of Ruin. We love Limp Bizkit. Good night.
I do love Limp Bizkit.
What was the first concert that you ever attended?
Korn.
No one can hear you when you don't speak into the microphone.
Korn!
Danzig, Sam Hain, Hatebreed at the House of Blues, 1998.
That was your first concert?
My first concert.
Damn.
Manson, 98. Yeah, first tour off Mechanical.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
You really want to know?
Yes.
I was 12 years old and I
Oh.
saw Weird Al Yankovic with my dad.
That's awesome.
That is really
Swear to
cool.
God.
I envy you. I wanted
I've
to see
never
him
seen
back in the
Weird Al.
day.
Hey, that shit was dope as fuck, though.
You do Amish Paradise?
Hell yeah, he did Amish Paradise.
What album
That's
had
all that
just come out
matters.
that he was touring off of?
The one with the dog on it. He was Poodle something, I think. So,
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know, whatever.
I don't remember what that was
It was
called.
after Amish Paradise?
Yes, after
Okay.
that one, yeah.
I don't remember.
I think that was the one with the Eminem parody on it. I think it was that one.
Morgan,
That
what
was-
was your first show?
My first show, I mean, besides seeing NSYNC and Backstreet Boys back in the day, like first metal show that I went to was Iron Maiden and Bullet for My Valentine.
What the fuck?
Bullet for My Valentine.
What was your
That is
first
a-
show?
That was.
You said metal show. What's your first show?
The first show that I went to was NSYNC.
All right, now we're cooking with
Yeah.
motherfucking.
On the Tearing Up My Heart tour.
You two ladies
That's
over
fine.
there, first show ever.
Come around and take this
First-
microphone
first
here
show.
and
First
just sit.
show.
Jenny and Tammy, come around here and take this microphone. Or
It was
just use
Slayer. You
the
speak into
microphone that
mic.
Ryan's been touching all night.
The architects
Yeah,
of
he said
women are here.
No one can hear you.
It was Slayer at the Aragon.
No FX at the Aragon. Tammy.
Slayer and No Effects at the Aragon. Where was that at?
Newfound
Jenny
Glory,
said
Less Than Jake.
Newfound
When
Glory.
I saw
Jenny.
when I saw Less Than Jake for the first time, I was like, what the fuck's happening?
Less Than
Because
Jake?
everyone starts dancing. Everyone just
Oh
starts
yeah,
dancing
I forgot
and
about
shit.
that. 9 people in the band.
And it was at the House of Blues, and the floor was fucking like rubber. And I'm like, what is this shit? But it was fun.
I remember my ska phase.
Yeah, they're
too.
good
That
band.
shit was
Yeah,
dope.
I like them. But
There was-
I
there was
didn't
a
know
band-
what that
Borders and
crowd
Boundaries
did.
is their best album. Fight Me. That's their best album.
Dude, there was a band when I was in high school, and like a ska band, and they were called The Risk, and they were the biggest fucking thing around at the time. They were great. They were amazing.
Old
They were,
ass
like, in your high
Anti-Flag
school?
is
Yeah,
the
they
best
went to high
fucking
school with me.
Punk shit.
They were
Or-
fucking crazy. They had like a whole like horn section and all that shit. Dude, they were nuts.
The biggest band when I was in high school was these. It was called White Chocolate. Oh, and then there was also Dutch Oven. Dutch Oven was another
That's
band.
a fantastic band name.
Yeah, they were a punk band.
You were in a gay scene.
Yeah, yeah. And then there was this band.
The Risk was.
Bread 8 was another one, and Crunch was another one. Those were like the bands. That's all of them.
There's another band from Minooka called I think they're called Poetry in Motion, but I think no,
Now
not
they're
them.
the Reaganomics,
Rega.
They used to be
the-
Ryan's Hope.
Yeah, I remember
Ryan's
that
Hope
name.
sounds familiar.
Yeah.
What was the band, Luco, that somebody had come on the show and you said you were in their bus once?
Oh, Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Oh,
they
shit.
they were like local, but not like
Those
local,
little kids
local.
from back in the
They were
day.
like, yeah, they were like little kids. They're like 12,
They opened for
13, and
Dope and
14.
Mudvayne
They
and
had a
shit.
bus.
They had a tour. I mean, they were well financially
Yeah, they were
backed by their
probably from
parents.
fucking Tinley
But-
Park and shit.
Yeah, something like
about
that.
right.
But their parents like got them a tour bus when they were doing shit. They were like homeschooled and shit.
Where the fuck?
Yeah, I
was
remember
where
one
the
time
fuck were my parents
my
on
buddy
that shit?
caught one of their drumsticks, and then the little kid wanted it back.
Yeah.
And he came and took his drumstick back.
What?
At Dope, yeah, in like 2000 or something.
Like, you threw this out to me. Like, no, I need that back.
Oh, this was for me to meet you.
yeah, so that was weird.
That was weird. But like they got a lot of publicity because they did a track with Corey Taylor, and this was back like right before.
I wonder, are any of those
Who
dudes
dat?
active now? Are any of them doing anything?
We had somebody on
we
the
had
show.
the
That was in the
guitarists.
band, really?
The two guitarists, Mike and Anthony, were in a band, Firer.
Yeah, I was
They
just
were kind
thinking
of like a doom fucking badass band.
Okay.
But I don't know if they're doing anything anymore. But we had them on the show a while back.
Like 2 years ago.
Maybe 2 years ago. I played a show with them. They were fucking real good. It was just a drummer. So the two guitarists, Anthony started playing drums, and he just did a real basic set, but they just fucking it was like a wall of noise, and just one guitarist, and the guitarist did vocals too, but they were fucking good. Check out Firer, y'all.
Fire with a R at the end.
Oh, okay.
Firer.
Oh shit!
They're
Yeah,
badass.
dude, it's so crazy because I
they're
thought
still
about them
rocking.
like last month or something.
Slytherin?
Yeah, going through old shit. I got a Slipknot lunchbox from back in the day, like Cold Chamber,
Yeah.
Dope, all that, old ass shit in there, and I found a Slytherin sticker.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I was on
like, I wonder if
Slytherin's
they're still active.
street team. Sent me like
Oh,
a whole
man.
bunch of stickers. And
Well,
shit.
that
I
was
like-
before like
You
the
were a
internet and
roadie
all
for
that shit.
Slytherin? As a little boy?
As a little boy. But yeah, no, they're cool.
Yeah, they were good.
I remember the street team.
I thought it was funny when the vocalist, the little 12-year-old vocalist, who would drink his water out of a gas tank, like a gas can.
Oh, we
like a
did
gas
that.
can.
Yeah, we drank shit out of bleach containers and shit. That's all. Active destruction stuff. But
It's not
yeah,
funny.
Gas cans are cool.
And it teaches the youth wrong messages.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
Well, we should play another
Yeah,
Architects
let's-
of Ruin track.
We've got this guy's like, fuck these songs already.
Fuck this band.
Yeah. The next track is Already Dead. Morgan, can you guess what that song's about?
I can't because I'm already dead.
Oh, so that second tune about people being dead already wasn't already dead.
It was Already Dead. Dude, I don't know. I'll post all the lyrics
Why don't
and
we
you
change
guys
our names to Architects of Dead?
What song is coming on right now?
Already Dead. This is the banger. They're all bangers, but this one's a banger.
Sweet.
No, it's not.
It's
Yo, what's up, everybody? You got Diggs McNasty,
Timmy D,
Corey Cormander Davidson,
and Jared Ercole from Fools Brew, and we fucking love metal. So listen in to the Metal Experience because there's some cool motherfuckers, goddammit. Ho ho!
All right. That was another track from Architects of Ruin. We are the Metal Experience. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, and we just heard off of Funeral Empire, Already Dead, which we might have heard already in other forms called Funeral Empire.
Guess what that song is about?
I don't know, Luco. Enlighten us and tell us.
Being dead.
Already.
Already.
Right on.
You are a terrible human being.
That's what I mean. That's what metal. Really, that's what metal. That's what metal is all about.
To you,
being dead, dying, killing people, end of the world.
My metal's
murder.
not like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the metal I like, bruh.
No, my metal's about love, peace, and harmony, and figuring out what the human species is supposed to do from here and from now on.
Oh, so tell us some of these bands that we can hear that with. Who do you like listening to, Ryan?
Oh, metal?
Yeah, metal.
Oh, I don't know. Zaris? You ever hear of Zaris?
I haven't.
Well, look at your computer.
I'll look it up. I don't have internet on it.
Zaris. You're vouching
Zaris.
for us?
Is it Zarus?
Yeah, it's a new band I started.
He's still bitter about us not naming a band Architects of Ryan.
So I had to go on my own. I had to pick up the scraps. I had to get the stones from the fucking bottom of the earth, and I had to dig them up, and I had to build this own band. It's called Zaris, and it's coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois, a.k.a. Joliet, a.k.a. my mother's basement.
Great. We'll look forward to that. That's great.
I'm excited for the new Zaris stuff.
I can't wait for all the side projects in this band. We got yours, we got Brandon's. Like,
you know what I'm doing side project wise? Jerking off.
Sweet.
Side project.
It's a good name.
Yeah. No, that's just what I'm doing.
I know.
No, it's
a great name.
It's a physical
I
name.
can't
It's
wait.
a activity. I got you.
I gotcha.
You know what, guys? I gotta go home. I gotta go Zaris.
All right. Well, that was entertaining. Moving on. Next show that we have coming up is next Tuesday. We are recording here at Fitzspirkies with Qualia. They're going to be joining us for their first time. So you can come back to Fitzspirkies and come join us and have a great time.
Qualia has the former drummer of
One Steel Wound.
So that'll be cool.
One Steel
And that stuff sounds fucking
Wound.
super tight. So
Yeah, they've had a few big shows opening up for some national acts too. We can touch on.
opened up for Sepultura, Morgan. Sepultura.
We did do that.
We did not do that.
Guys, give us attention.
We also opened up for Slayer and Slipknot.
Yes.
On the Unholy tour. And
The Unholy Alliance in
The
03,
Unholy-
we did open
We
the tour.
we wrote the newest Slipknot album, but we were not allowed to be on stage in the masks because we have hypoglycerioma. But we made it.
Our friends and victims are joining the last 10 Seconds of Life on tour starting on the 18th of this month, so you can catch them along with No Zodiac and
nice.
Kanash. Kanashi?
Nash.
Yeah, Kanash.
I believe
don't
the
know.
K is
but
probably
anyway, it's the
silent.
Glory 2 Misery tour, and you should check them out. They're going to cool places.
Is there anything between the K and the N in that title?
It's like a broken heart logo.
Wait,
you can
what?
look that up. It's a broken heart.
Because if it's a K next to an N, then
It's
the K is
Ka,
silent.
broken heart, and then Neshi. Kanashi. Kanashi.
Yeah, I don't know them.
Stay tuned for the Forever Death Fest announcing some of the lineup for headliners coming up. But in the meantime, hold on, because I know that they've released some of this.
In the
we have
meantime?
a few bands that we're friends with that have joined on the show.
I think
So
Beyond
hold
Death, right?
on.
Is there Act of Destruction? Boy?
Beyond Death, Act of Destruction. You mean John?
Well, no, John's in Beyond Death.
Yeah, I
Hell
was gonna say. Hold on. I gotta find the concert.
Hey.
Oh, you.
Okay, so they're gonna have the pre-party at Cobra Lounge, and then the other 2 days are at Beat Kitchen, and there's a Prosthetic Records
Yeah.
headline for the second day again. But Heatstorm Annihilation, Huntsman, Mecrobar, Reaping Asmodia, Bloodletter, Beyond Death, Inner Decay, Snow Burial, Everything Must Die, Glory Hole Guillotine,
Oh, Jesus.
and Scientist are all going to be playing so far, with headliners still to be announced.
Glory Hole Guillotine.
Heatstorm Annihilation.
Fully
I-
endorses.
Haterstorm
Glory
Annihilation's pretty awesome.
I toured with that band a few years ago.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Shout out to Craig.
If anybody
Pretty stacked lineup.
is planning ahead to November, we are helping sponsor on Saturday, November 2nd. That was my bad. Scars of Armageddon has their Armageddon Fest 2 with Art of the Flesh, Wings of Severance, Beyond Death, The Eldritch Grimoire, Unity, and Until Our Last Breath, going to be at the Penny Road Pub. So you can look forward to that. And that's all I've got for now. Oh, besides seeing Contra play their last show on Saturday, that was pretty fun. Contra, Tanzan, Fool's Brew, and DeVille, all fun bands to watch. Sad to see Contra leave the scene.
I think they played every single song they've ever written.
I think they did too. They played for like an hour.
So it was their last show ever, and they played
Yeah.
every song they ever had. And they're like, hey, this is, we've never played this live because it was our first single, and it's also 7 minutes
Yeah.
long. They're like, we don't know why we did a 7-minute long single as our first song, but we're going to play it for the first time. It's like, oh, fucking sweet.
It was cool. It was cool.
Cool
I missed
stuff.
those guys.
I
So
already
that's
miss
all.
them.
That's all we got. So Qualia will be on the 20th. You can come out visit Spare Keys and join us and hang out. While we were away last week and I was on vacation, I did finally upload all of our seasons of the show onto our Podbean website.
Heyo.
So you can follow the link, themetalexperience.com, and it will take you there. And then I have also shared the link. We do have a Wix free page online that we have posted our written reviews and written interviews. More to be added, but we did post a lot of those for those that we had lost on our old site. So those are available to read now. Havens had a album recently released that John McKenna has written. And then there's a written interview with Two Sides of Me that Metal Cat did for the
Metal Cat.
website. And then
Metal Kitty Cat.
there was also a written interview done with Once Around from California. So those were new additions to the website.
And then Morgan? Hold up. Hey.
We do have one Architects of Ruin song left to play, and I know you guys might have a couple announcements as to where people can find you,
So-
stream you, buy merch.
Oh shit, that's right.
Brandon never
Fuck.
made it out tonight. What a bummer.
That's
What
right.
a banus. But
He's doing great.
he's
Yeah, that sucks.
where can everyone find everything that is Architects of Ruin?
At Morgan.
What?
Daniel.com. You can find anything you want.
Morgan
there.
Daniel.
I say that to her all the time. It pisses her off so much.
Sorry, Morgan.
we're,
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
What's funny is we booked this before Luco had even joined the band. So this is one of
We were booked
this.
like
This was Luco's first interview with a band that he's been in.
We were
Because
booked
at
like
first, when we first started doing the show, when I first started doing the show, Luco was in a band, Among the Fallen, and I was trying to get their band on for
But
the
we were,
longest
like,
time.
Breaking up.
Yeah.
Like we're kind of like not.
Are you
really
mad
doing
now? Is that what you're trying to get at?
She's so mad now.
No, I wanted Among the Fallen on because that was.
But now she's
Oh, I
mad.
get. I get your vibe.
No, back the day
Look
that
at
was
me
that was great.
when
I'm
you're
looking
talking.
at I'm looking at you.
9
No,
years
but it's
later, now
cool
she's
that
pissed.
that after 8 years, one of his bands finally.
Well, it's been 8
came
years.
on.
Get over it. You got to grow up, all right?
Grow up,
great.
Morgan.
Travis.
Grow up.
You know all that talking that you did in this
Where can you
interview?
find our
won't
shit?
hear any of it.
Thank you.
Hey, you can find
Guess
our
what,
shit.
Morgan? That's a good thing.
Hey, you can find our shit on Spotify as well as iTunes as well. Or get a hold of any of us for a physical copy of that son of a bitch CD we got.
Where'd we get this artwork done? Does anyone know?
I have no
the,
idea.
Morgan Daniel.
I do
dot.
not. It
She's
was-
like,
Don't false advertise me. I'm not a graphic designer.
Brandon got all this artwork done, and I don't even know who the artist was.
Credit
that
to
did-
whoever did our artwork because it is some fucking
Yeah, he
seriously
took care
cool
of that.
artwork.
He wrote all the tunes and shit. So
Not the lyrics about killing yourself. I did
multiple
that.
times
Multiple
over
times.
multiple songs. But no,
Morgan,
other than
watch
that,
out for
yeah,
your
he
boy.
did everything.
Watch out for your boy.
I
And
should
then
be watching
even-
out for myself.
Even the artwork on the CD. No one knows who did that either.
I think it's
No
Morgan
idea.
Daniel.
That is
I made it fit to the CD.
Yeah, that
I
is an old
designed the
design.
CD. Oh, well,
We've had that design since
got
like
it
day
made.
one.
Jason.
So on the
Kwan.
CD, it's just a bunch of
I didn't draw it.
bones.
If you own the CD, you know what design we're talking about. This
all
is that is a
bones.
day one Architects of Ruin design.
Well, the cover, if no one knows it, it's like this Aztec guy standing in front of this giant fucking this Mayan Egyptian guy. I don't even know.
Oh my
What is it? What is it? Egyptian? Is this Egyptian?
I don't
It's Mayan, bro.
It's Mayan.
I'm pretty sure it is
It's
Mayan.
like
This
some
Mayan dude,
apocalypto shit.
like
Yeah.
standing in front of this fucking like pyramid, and there's like lava and everything, and fires.
This is
everywhere.
coming
It's
from the
pretty
guy
sweet.
that didn't know that Sacramento was in California.
Yeah, listen. When's the last time you've been in Sacramento? Get
I
over
go
it.
there every weekend. They got
The
the,
state?
best taco.
Get over yourself, Morgan. It's been 8 years. And then the back are all these like meteors hitting all the
That's the
pyramids
aliens.
and stuff. Those are the aliens, and there's like this fire tornado coming off the top of this pyramid. It's pretty badass artwork.
It is badass.
Yeah, it's fucking sweet, brah. But I could have swore there's some aliens. Well, there's no aliens on there, but we do have some aliens artwork on
the new stuff.
Second album.
The new stuff.
You wanna see
oh yeah,
aliens,
hey, you
buy
heard
our
it here
second
first.
album.
You heard it here first. Speaking of the new album artwork that is currently in my possession.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Morgan. That's right. Dark Days Design hooked us up with that one. You heard it here first. We are currently working on album number 2.
Heyo.
So look for that in the next 7 to 8 years, and
We're tool.
we'll have that out for you as soon as we possibly can with our work schedules. Who knows?
And then with the hoodies and the shirts, we just got those in like 2 days ago, right?
How many did you make of them?
24 of each T-shirt and then 24 hoodies.
Nice.
They're all signed
then-
by Travis.
and they're all signed by
and
Travis.
Morgan.
Travis has put on every single one of the shirts and hoodies just so that you have a piece
Did you
of
smell
us.
approve
That was-
them? Do they smell
You know what?
okay?
They smell like a new shirt. I will give them that. Downright merchandise. Extremely good quality stuff. They say they did the merch for In the Ruin or
Within the Ruins?
Within the Ruins as well. Yes. So yeah, the shirts look great. Honestly, they really do.
And then who did the artwork on the shirts?
Morgan.
No, Morgan did not do that one. My very good friend Lauren Kears did the artwork for our T-shirts.
Just like
and
fucking.
hoodies.
She's like, hey, I did some artwork for you guys. We was like,
No, it wasn't quite like that.
Oh.
No, I
The way
asked
you
her to do it.
the
I
way
asked her
you
to do it.
portrayed it, she just did it, and we're like, oh, cool.
Well, she did after I asked her to do it.
well, fuck yeah.
Yeah, but she did a very good job. Shout out, Lauren. Thank you very much. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Lauren.
that.
But it goes along the lines with aliens,
Yeah, 'cause I
Egyptians,
told her to do it.
Aztecan stuffs.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just go with Xena Warrior Princess?
Ooh, new design.
Third album,
third
Morgan.
album.
Spoiler alert.
And Ryan Gosling as young Hercules.
No, get
I
the
mean-
fuck out of here with that shit.
Butt naked. Wiener
I'm
out.
okay
We all
with
know
this.
Kevin Sorbo is the real Hercules.
I
Young
beg to
Hercules
differ.
is a biatch.
Young
Get that crap
Hercules
outta
is
here.
this shit. Give me Ryan Gosling.
Kevin
any
Sorbo,
day.
biatch.
Kevin Sorbo's the man.
Gimme
Kevin
Ryan.
Sorbo.
And then for the next album,
And then they
can we
did the
make
crossover?
Jason Momoa Aquaman T-shirts?
No, absolutely not.
I think you
Aquaman
get a lot of
sucks.
fangirls.
No.
Yeah,
Hello?
we need
We're
more
gonna do-
chicks, bro.
No,
We're gonna
we
do-
have Ryan for that.
When Xena Warrior Princess kisses Hercules in the crossover from the Hercules.
What was
and
Xena's
Xena.
friend's name?
The babe with the blonde hair?
Yeah, the blonde.
She was just
Vagina.
the babe with the. Her name was. It's pronounced Gina. Did you say Virginia?
That's our next merch.
On the back of the shirt just says, "Did you say Virginia?"
Did you say Virginia?
God damn it!
Thank you for having us, Morgan. We love you, baby.
Oh, you guys are very welcome.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe the next interview we'll have Brandon.
Maybe.
And not Brian.
Well, the last song
I
on
can
the
make that
CD
happen.
is I actually wrote this one while we were driving to Indiana.
So this
like I
song's
was
about
saying.
Morgan.
So it's
Yeah.
about this
Yeah.
one's about driving in a car with Morgan, and it's about murdering people in your basement.
Driving through Indiana makes you want to kill people.
In your
So,
basement.
honestly.
yeah, I don't blame
That
you.
state's terrible.
And this is
That state sucks.
this is about murdering people in your basement.
Shout out Indiana.
And dismembering them. That's why you're
The
removing
fifth.
chunks of flesh by the pound.
The fifth and final banger.
This is the song about Morgan.
This is what I kept telling him. I
and
was
this has
like, you
some-
were literally writing a song about how much you
About
hate me and want
pulling
to
my
like.
skin off by the pound.
He knew exactly how much you weighed too. That's the weirdest part.
Yeah.
That serial
I guess.
killer
He
Ted
He does
Bundy.
mention it if you read the words.
Yeah, I probably should have looked at him more closely before I gave the approval.
Proofread everything for us.
See
from
your
now on.
Camry burning oil.
Please.
I'm trying to.
Oh my goodness!
I found some journals laying around and some lyrics pre-written on the floor.
Burn
so,
'em.
about murder.
Yeah.
That's not one of those. Was
Those
Travis.
were lyrics.
Travis or Morgan was like, "What is this?" I'm like,
Did you
Travis
really
wrote
just
that.
confuse Travis and I?
No. Morgan,
There is a difference.
Sorry, Morgan found
lyric, though?
lyrics that Travis wrote. They gave to me, and they're on the nightstand. And Morgan's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Travis wrote those." She's
Which
like,
ones
oh,
were
okay,
those?
It's cool then.
Which ones were those?
I don't, you gave me some lyrics. I don't know.
It was
They're
something
still
like,
on my
I see you
nightstand.
sleeping in the bed. I want to take your head. I want to see
Something
what's
like that.
going on inside of that fucking head. You're going to be dead. You're going to be dead. You're going to be dead. Every time I
Take note, guys. Never have Ryan write your lyrics.
Actually,
doesn't
those
know
are
how to
pretty.
rhyme.
Those are pretty
Sounds like a
legit.
Volbeat song,
I
dude.
used to write. So don't
He went to
Comment.
Juilliard, Morgan.
don't come at me with that.
For
I don't know
for
whatever
many
school
years-
was
He
in
did go to
Joliet. named
Joliet, so-
Juilliard, but
For many years, he
Juilliard,
Joliard?
Joliard,
Joliard? Joliard.
Is in Joliet.
Joliet
Junior-
Schoolyard.
No, Joliard Junior Academy.
Joliet Junior Academy.
No, Juilliard.
Junior college.
See, I'm
Junior
confusing
college.
him. He
But
almost
God
said it.
He plays 18 instruments, and he went there for many years, Morgan.
To learn the skin flute.
Ooh, that's
He
Fuck you,
mastered it.
Morgan. Fuck this show.
All right, so By the Pound, the last track off of Funeral Empire
It's a
from
banger.
Architects of Ruin.
Thank you guys very much. We love you.
Morgan Luco, thank you so much for
Thanks
having
for
us.
coming out on a school night, boys.
Thanks for
And
being
thanks-
in our
Oh,
band,
yeah.
Luco.
Tammy
Aw.
and Jenny for staying
thanks
and
for
watching
hanging out.
us.
Architects of Women over there in the corner.
Let's do it. By the pound. Hey-o.